In this video you know about, can we use yo-yo in space, who many people have third nipple, bananas are radioactive, hippos can't swim, and much more. If you get info, please do like and subscribe video.
The moon looks upside down in the southern hemisphere, compared to the northern hemisphere anyway. This means that the man in the moon is upside down in the southern hemisphere and looks more like a rabbit. You can yo-yo in space. In 2012, NASA astronaut Don Pettit took a yo-yo on board the International Space Station and demonstrated several tricks. It works because a yo-yo mainly relies on the laws of conservation of angular momentum to perform tricks, which, provided you keep the string taut, apply in microgravity too. You travel to 0.5 million kilometers a day around the sun without realizing. The Earth's orbit travels around to 0.5 million kilometers with respect to the sun's center, and around 19 million kilometers with respect to the center of the Milky Way. Fish form orderly queues in emergencies when evacuating through narrow spaces in sketchy situations, schools of neon tetrafish queues, so that they don't collide or clog up the line. Scientists interpreted this behavior as showing that fish can respect social rules even in emergency situations, unlike us humans. Starfish don't have bodies. Along with other echinoderms, think sea urchins and sand dollars, their entire bodies are technically classed as heads. Hippos can't swim. Hippos really do have big bones, so big and dense, in fact, that they're barely buoyant at all. They don't swim and instead perform a slow-motion gallop on the riverbed or on the seafloor. In fact, hippos can even sleep underwater, thanks to a built-in reflex that allows them to bob up, take a breath, and sink back down without waking. A horse normally has more than 1 horsepower. A study in 1993 showed that the maximum power a horse can produce is 18 West, around 20 for horsepower. 1 in 18 people have a third nipple. Known as polythelia, the third nipple is caused by a mutation in inactive genes. Deaf people are known to use sign language in their sleep. A case study of a 71-year-old man with rapid eye movement disorder and a severe hearing impairment showed him using fluent sign language in his sleep, with researchers able to get an idea of what he was dreaming about thanks to those signs. Finland is the happiest country on Earth, according to the World Happiness Report. It has been for 6 years in a row. It's not really surprising, given that Finland is the home of Santa Claus, reindeer, and 1 sauna for every 1.59 people. Bananas are radioactive. Due to being rich in potassium, every banana is actually slightly radioactive thanks to containing the natural isotope potassium-40. Interestingly, your body contains around 16 milligrams of potassium-40, meaning you're around 280 times more radioactive than a banana already. Any excess potassium-40 you gain from a banana is excreted out within a few hours. Not only plants photosynthesis, algae, which are not plants, and some other organisms, including sea slugs and pea aphids, contain chlorophyll and can also take sunlight and turn it into an energy source. Bacteria on your skin cause your itches. Specifically, bacteria known as Staphylococcus aureus can release a chemical that activates a protein in our nerves. This sends a signal from our skin to our brains, which our brain perceives as an itch. There are more bacterial cells in your body than human cells. The average human is around 56% bacteria. This was discovered in a 2016 study and is far less than the earlier estimates of 90%, as bacteria are so light. However, by weight, each person is over 99.7% human. Somebody has been constipated for 45 days. In 2013, an unfortunate Indian woman had to undergo surgical removal of a fecal mass as large as a football.